Hello, this is Steve Malone with Compass FX. Hope you're doing well today and again some good trades. Well, if you were trading short today, it was a good day for you. The euro dollar continued grinding lower as there's no salvation in sight for the euro dollar, breaking the 124 barrier. So today I want to do a quick review of the euro dollar as there's a higher probability of reaching that 122 level that I've been speaking of. Also, I want to take a look at the pound dollar because it broke a weekly level today, and want to identify a couple of levels where we expect the pound dollar to go to over the coming days. So all in all, the euro dollar breaking the 124 barrier, pound breaking the 155, the yen dropped as U.S. Treasury yields broke a support level of 167, and with the pending home sales coming out with a negative 5.5, well, that threw some folks a little bit of a curveball today, and some feeling in the marketplace that we could be heading towards QE3. Well, that didn't do the markets too well as the S&P dropped down even lower today, falling 1.4% to 1313. Well, let's take a look at the euro dollar because even though the market's going south on us, we can definitely trade short in the Forex market. And I've been identifying targets to look for from the euro dollar. We're going to also identify targets on the pound dollar. Let me show you. If I just take a fib retracement, and this is the weekly chart, the left shoulder head, the right shoulder, we broke the neckline here. From the bottom of the neckline to the top of the shoulder right there, you can see that the market, there was a level here, 127.2 at 123.91, and we broke that, and we're just a few pips, about 100 pips or so away from the 141.4 based on this weekly chart. Now if I drop down and take a look at the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour chart I talked about in a previous video this last bit of retracement that we had seen in the euro dollar. And if I simply take a fib extension off of it, and again I'm just going off the swing low, the swing high, and I'm matching intraday fib extension levels with that weekly fib extension levels, and you can see that the 127 weekly is right about where the 233 is on the day. And currently what we're looking at here is the 2618 at 2346. I spoke about that level yesterday, and it looks like we're just a few pips away from hitting that. And again, the possibility of getting on down here to the weekly 141.4 fib extension and the 122.70 level. Well, let's go over and take a look at the pound dollar on the daily chart. And what I want to point out to you is the pound dollar broke a level that was seen right back here on March the 12th. So if I put a little level right there, we broke that today. Pretty strong level, a nice strong run down. Many were expecting the possible bounce here because it was showing a possible double bottom, but the market pushed through today. And let's just simply take a look here again, do my fib extension from swing low to swing high, and basically what I'm grabbing up above here is the fib retracement tool, running in reverse. I've added two additional levels here, the 127.2 and the 141.4. These are potential targets that we're looking for on a daily perspective. And we can see here the 127.2 comes in at 154.11, and right now we're about 70 pips away from that. But if the market continues this push down, there's a possibility of getting to that level. Now, let's step out just a bit and look to see where the market's been at before. You can see some lows back here, November of last year and December of last year. So we have a lot of lows back here. We have some further lows back in this area, and this goes back to here. This goes back to September 2011. So let's take a look at these levels here. So if I put a level right about this neighborhood, right in that area, something like that, you can see that that lines up with the 127.2. Look at this level back here, this level going back in this area, that was September of 2011. You can see that it's right about where the 141.4 is, and we have this low here about the 152.26 area, which is just a bit above the 1618 level. So expectations are that I would see the market get in this area right here and be bouncing around. That might be the first place to look for for the market to get to before we get the retracement up. This has been a long move down, and one thing that I do in my trade room is I like to count the candles, and if you want to look over my shoulder and I trade the marketplace, you're more than welcome to go to www.compassfx.com/forex signals, and you can watch me trade, and you can share along what we're looking at doing in the marketplace with a community of other traders. Not everyone trades the way that I do, and we often share ideas about where the market could potentially go as we trade the U.S. session live Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. Eastern until about the European close. Now, if you just simply take a look, the market bounced around up here, but if you count from this point here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, usually around 12 to 13 candles, you start looking for a little bit of retrace, but the market then continued to push on down. So now we're at 14 candles here. There's a possibility, and I've seen it time and time before, that when you get past 13 candles, there's a possibility for the market to move on towards 20 to 21 candles. There's a possibility from a daily perspective here that we could see this continue to push down this 154, 153.20, and 152.25 area. So you may want to look for that. I would expect some sort of retracement though, and just as I mentioned in a previous video about testing the 125, 125.20 resistance level, and if the euro can't break that, it's going to go further down. We're at a significant level here. If on the euro dollar the market can't get back above this 156 and hold that, then look for it to go down further. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if the market attempts a move back up above the 156 level and attempt to reach up about 156.80, maybe 157 to 157.50, where there are a number of offers in the market sitting up here to push it back down. But look for the possibility to test up in this area. Now, obviously, there's a long way to go here, 125 pips to get back up there. But I wouldn't be surprised if we test 155 again, and then potentially 155.50 on the way back to 156. But if 155 to 155.50 cannot hold as a new support level, it will act as resistance as we see the market push down lower. There will be a point at which the market hits a floor and bounces back up. I do expect that to be about 122 area in the euro dollar, maybe as high as 123.50 area, but somewhere in that area on the euro dollar. And as far as the pound goes, we may actually see 153, maybe dipping a little bit below 153 before we get retrace back up. We'll see what happens overnight if the market does a bounce back up and test the 155 to 156 area. If it doesn't, I'm looking for 153. Well, folks, this is Email Compass FX. Y'all make it a great day. Get some good trades. We'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.